Hi everybody, welcome back. Thank you for jumping into part 2. I just wanted to complete going over our Module 1 assignments. So as you know, our first week, introduction week, is introduction activities as well as the introduction reading organizer and the literacy autobiography, which is due Sunday of week 1. Week 2, starting off, we're in our regular set schedule for Children's Lit. You can always expect to have a reading organizer due on Tuesday. I've already walked you through how to do it, but just as a reminder, you will make a copy, and once you've created your copy, you will then answer these questions. They're the same questions every week. They just go to the different readings. So this week our focus is on selecting children's literature, and you will directly align your answers with, as you can of course guess, the selecting books reading. Once you have completed that, you will submit your RGO, Reading Graphic Organizer, on Tuesday. And then, starting our regular schedule, this will be our first reading commentary. Reading commentaries are discussion boards, and this is where you will be exploring books. If you were in my overview video, I showed you a page that gave different examples of ways to access books, and this is where you will be using that page. So for the reading commentary, every Thursday you will want to access 2 different books. For this week, you will find 2 of your favorite pieces of children's literature. This can be from your own childhood. This can be, in your career you found it, or just if you are a parent or an aunt or uncle, a book that you enjoy sharing with young children. I strongly encourage you to get a hard copy of the book from the library, or if you have a hard copy, it's just something about reading the book, having the book in hand, being able to feel the pages between your fingers, being able to really look at the illustrations is a really important experience. But I do understand that sometimes we don't have that opportunity. So if you cannot obtain a hard copy of the book from a library or some other source, you can use an e-book such as Kindle or an e-reader. I don't really like Audible. As mentioned, Audible, you don't see the books, you can just hear them, and you need to be able to see the illustrations. In the worst case, you can't get a hold of a book, you can always search YouTube. They have so many read-alouds. So if there's a favorite book that you love and you want to find a read-aloud of it, you would go to YouTube, you would type in the title of your book plus the words read aloud, and you will likely find that book. Of course, not every single book that's ever been written is read aloud on YouTube, but there are a lot of children's books that are. So once you have access to your 2 books, you will read or listen to the book and reread and listen to them. You want to read them a few times. As you read or listen to the book, think about what you love about the book. Next, I want you to take a picture or a screenshot of the book. So if you have the book in hand, you would take a picture of that book. You could even take a selfie of you reading the book. That's even more fun. If you're using an ebook or even YouTube, you need to take a picture of the actual book or a screenshot of the read aloud from the actual reading. I do not want to see a digital image, a stock image from the internet of the book. I want to see what you were reading, whether it be the ebook on Kindle or the read aloud on YouTube. That's what I want to see, because I want to see what you actually read. Your initial post is going to be as followed. You're going to do this for both books. You will include the title and author. You will discuss the age range you think the book is appropriate for. You will include a 1-sentence summary of the book. You will write a paragraph describing what takes place in the book, but don't give too much away. We don't want to have spoilers. We want people to go read these books. 1 sentence offering your personal judgment of the book, and then attach the image to the thread of your book. So you will do that for both books. Initial posts are always due by Thursday. So just plan on that going forward. Every week you will have an initial post due Thursday. You must respond to 2 classmates. You will have until Sunday to respond to your classmates. That response is part of your reading commentary grade. So you do want to make sure that you are responding because it's part of the rubric. As you can see, your initial post is worth 6 points, including an image of each book is worth 2 points, 1 per image. A response post, first response is worth 1 point, and second response is worth 1 point, for a total of 10. So if you were to only include your initial post and not include the images or respond to classmates, you would only get 6 points out of 10. So make sure you're grabbing all 10 points. And the response post really does create a fun, active community within the class with your classmates. If you have any questions about the reading commentary or accessing books, please email me through Canvas. Okay, as I go back to modules, you'll see here that the reading commentary initial post is due on Thursday. It's 10 points, but I have a reminder slot here that's just reminding you to post to the reading commentary to your peers. There's no points here, it's just a reminder place mark. Those points are received up here in your reading commentary grade. Okay, and the last thing that's due this week is that service learning orientation. This is simply watching the video. And I showed this in the overview, but I'll show it here. You will click on the service learning video.
Grammarly is
you
your
will
personal
watch it.
writing assistant.
And once you have completed it, you can mark it as complete. Once you've marked as complete, you will have completed that assignment. That is all that's due for Module 1. I also recommend getting started on your Because of Winn-Dixie reading. You can access the book here, or if you have a hard copy, that's great. It's a really fun read if you have anybody that would like to enjoy reading it with you. It's a very fun read-aloud book. So just go ahead and get started, and of course be thinking about how you're going to obtain your hard copy of Hugo Cabret for the final literature study that is not due until the end of the course. Many of you are working on finding your service learning or field experience placement. As a reminder, you will watch the service learning orientation. Your initials paperwork is not due until Module 2, but just keep in mind here you are going to be deciding if you're going to complete option A, option B, or option C. Option A is service learning. This is where you will complete the service learning paperwork. You will be assigned or choose one of the 2 schools available, which is either Eisenhower or Whittier. You will be sharing the joy of reading in the classroom. If you think you want to choose the MCC Child Development Lab, you need to email me immediately so I can verify if there is any space available. That is not guaranteed because space is limited. So if you choose option A, you would just follow this paperwork, follow the steps, and submit the paperwork by the 30th. If you're going to choose option B, this is employment, working, or volunteering with children in a P12 setting. This is field experience. This will not be counted towards service learning. You will not get the service learning certification, but you can complete your field experience with your work or volunteering. If you choose that, you will follow the work placement paperwork and submit that on the 30th. If you need the virtual option, this is where you are going to email me requesting a virtual learning experience, letting me know who you would like to do your virtual learning experience with. Remember, this is sharing the joy of reading with children. It can be with your own child. It can be with a neighbor, a niece or nephew. It can be with a group of children that you meet at the park on a regular basis. But you need to let me know what children you have access to. And as a reminder, in this course, children is considered preschool through about 18 years old. So it does not have to be a very young child. It can be a teenager or preteen. And then you will do your reading with them, sharing the joy of reading. So if option C is for you, you will want to email me, let me know what you're proposing for option C, and then I will communicate with you on if that is something that is acceptable. All the paperwork is due on the 30th, as it said here. The only thing for option C is that you do not have to submit paperwork. You will just write that I have selected option C and confirming details with the instructor. Reminder that option C also is not considered service learning. You will not get a service learning certificate, but it does meet the requirements for field experience. The only way you can get a certification for service learning is by completing option A. But I know not everybody can do that, so no problem. Okay, everybody, that is Module 1. Looking ahead to Module 2, we will be following our same format with reading organizers due Tuesdays, reading commentaries Thursdays, and then any assignments that we might have due on Sunday. Module 2 will open a week prior to Module 2 opening officially, and you will be good to go at that point. If you have any questions, please email me through Canvas. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I wish you a wonderful first 2 weeks of Module 1 and the introduction. Thanks, everybody.